Hey guys, this is Jason with Virtuous Industries, and I just wanted to make this little mini webinar to show you how sales funnels and email funnels can be used for your business. Now, whether or not you think you have a business or whether or not you think you need help, using this system, which is sales funnels and email funnels, it will increase conversions, it will increase sales, it will increase opt-in rates and customer satisfaction. It's just a proven system across the board. Everyone's using it these days for social media marketing, for network marketing, internet marketing, and now they're finding out that you can actually use it to get people through to your brick and mortar business. So it's a really cool system, and I'm just trying to get it out there. There's certain software that has to be used, and there's a certain kind of a finesse and a process to it. And in order to prevent you from being overwhelmed, I just wanted to make this quick little PowerPoint webinar and explain it. So with no further ado, I'm going to jump right into it here. So essentially, we all have this average website that we all have, and we love it ourselves. And I joke around, it's kind of like a poem, how a poet they love their poem. It's so deep and meaningful to them when they wrote it, but everybody else who reads it, it's just a poem. And no one really wants to hear that. There might be some people out there that think it's very profound and deep, but the majority of the people, it's just a poem. Well, the same thing is with your website. It's just a website. I mean, you can put a lot of work and spend a lot of money on your website, and it's, to your customers, it's literally just a website. So what happens when you send traffic straight to that website? Your visitors have to navigate on their own, first off, and that's kind of intimidating, especially if you have a lot of information happening on your website, a lot of details, a lot of information. There's no one to answer any questions. It's not like walking into a store. So especially if you have an e-commerce website where you're selling a whole bunch of products, or even if you have a local store but you're selling stuff online, there's no one to ask questions, and people always have questions. There are no links, there's a whole bunch of links going all over the place. A lot of information for them to take. Sometimes they click on the wrong link and they get discouraged, and you know what, they give up, so they just leave the website. Basically, your customers feel information overload. It's just a lot of data to process, and what happens when people feel that way, when they feel overwhelmed? They bounce, they leave. And lastly, most of the time, the copy on your website is boring, and that's not an insult to you. I myself write some of my articles, some of my posts, my blogs, but I have copywriters, professional copywriters that do it for me on a lot of my posts, and you can definitely see the difference. Like my stuff, I'm like meticulous and detailed and very specific on why you have to fix things, whereas the copywriters, they're more about engaging and they use words that are attractive. There's an art to copywriting, and so chances are your website doesn't have that. So the results of this don't end well. It just means people bounce away from your website. They're not staying long. They're not engaging. You have shorter view times on all of your videos, shorter engagement rates, negative feedback. It's just it's a negative experience all around, and therefore you don't get any sales. Your sales are less, your conversions are less, you have fewer opt-ins. It's just fewer leads in general, period. And the most important part, your percentage rate on your gross profit goes down. Your return on investment, you lose money. I mean, if there's money on the table to be made, you want to get as many customers as you can. You don't want to scare them away, and that's what the average website's doing. So here's a picture of what that average website looks like. And again, like I said, to you, your website might be really beautiful and artistic, and you might have put a lot of work into it, and the graphic design's just great. You may have hired someone really good for it, and that's awesome. But again, your typical customer, look at all the links right here. They see stuff. something else, more stuff, a link, another link. They see a boring headline, a boring photo. It's just another website to them. And you're left thinking, does anybody actually want my stuff? Because nobody's engaging with me on the website. And you think it's the website. It's not the website. It's just information overload. And lastly, not lastly, but most importantly, there's no call to action on your website most of the time. There's nothing telling them what to do. And I've been in sales for a long time, and the number one rule to closing in sales is to ask for the sale. That's it. It's so simple, and most salesmen actually forget this. You don't teeter around. You don't. That's why salesmen are always pushy and say, "What do you mean? What do you say? Let's make a deal," and they hand you the pen. It's because when you ask for the sale, they are more likely. Your customers are more likely to respond. So having a call to action on your website, being like, buy now, and you'll see that helps with conversion rates too. And a lot of the content, you're not really teaching, or maybe you have a lot of information that is guiding them on their journey, and it's helping them with whatever product that you're selling, and it helps them. But are they really interested in your product? Do they really want to buy it from you, or do they want to go research it some more, right? Because there's too many options and choices on your website. And they're like, well, maybe I should Google it and find out. I'll come back some other time and look at it. That's just when there's too much information, that's what people do. And guess what? They never do. They never come back. They don't. There's no urgency. There's no, maybe you might have a little caption on your website that says, hey, for a limited time, it's not going to be at this price forever. That'll help with your conversions because it shows some urgency. But still, again, if your customer has time to go look at other websites and go research other things and has other options, they're going to choose other options. That's just the way it works. So sales funnels to the rescue. Now, imagine if you had a salesman for your website. This is kind of a really interesting concept here, okay? I want you to picture yourself having a store, and you got a salesman for your store, and a really good salesman, let's say a clerk, an actually engaging clerk. They walk into your store, and they say, hey, where can I find, for instance, a hardware store? And do you have nails? And let's say the person at the hardware says, yeah, we do. We carry nails. The customer's like, great, where are they? And your employee's like, somewhere in the store. Okay, where? Over there, somewhere. That's a bad salesman. Now, a good salesman, and basically, by the way, that bad salesman, that's your website. That's what people feel when they go to their website. Oh, where is the stuff that I have to buy? But the good salesman engages with a person. The second they walk through the door, what are you looking for? They don't just point at the nails, they walk them to the nails. Then they sell them the nails, and then they also sell them a hammer to go with the nails. The upsell, right? That's a good salesman. Imagine having that for your website. That's what a sales funnel is. A sales funnel is when you're walking that customer that came to your website, instead of sending them to a page with all this information, you send them to a capture page that just has one problem at a time that they're going to solve for your customer, whatever it is that you're selling. Are you selling, maybe you're selling like decorative pens or garments, fashionable blankets, I don't know, whatever it is that you're selling. You, right off the bat, you're selling one thing, you're getting them to engage with you, and you're finding out the people that are interested in your process. From step one, you capture their email, and then you get to follow up with them later because the fortune is in the follow-up. Now, this whole system, as you can see from this infographic, it's a returning concept. They come in one step, they get walked to the next step, they get walked to the next step, walk to the next step. And if they decide to leave through any of those steps, you have their email and you follow them up and you bring them back in through these steps. That's having a salesman. And the best part is, you are the salesman for your company. That's the beauty of sales funnels and email funnels. Okay, because you finally have that salesman for your website. And that increases conversions by 50, 60, 80%. Not even joking. If you have an e-commerce store and you're selling stuff online, people bounce away. They're like, well, there's no reason to buy. But you send them through a sales funnel. They're obviously coming to your product because they're interested in your product, and they're obviously going to buy because of upsells. But in this case, we're talking about local businesses and small businesses. So if you want to get people to your store, the capture page might be, hey, here's a free coupon for like a chiropractor would say, here's a free adjustment. Come on in, get your first adjustment free at the price of, I don't know, whatever a chiropractor does for their upsells. Maybe some acupuncture. I don't know. So normal businesses have employees and sales personnel to greet anyone, like I said. People that answer the phones. This is what they do. This is why companies hire them. Someone to answer the phones and take care of the customers. People that greet you at the door when you walk in. People that can answer questions for you. This is what companies do. People that talk you through the product, everything that I just said, all the upsells, all the engagement with the customers. We don't realize that this is the digital age that we're living in. So why wouldn't we want that for our websites? And that's the most crucial thing that you have to be thinking about right now at this day and age. If you don't have this for your website, you're losing money. Because guess what? Your competitor is using this. Now, how does it work? The awesome funnel. Well, first of all, the awesome funnel, it just looks good. It's engaging right off the bat. You open it up and wow, it's not a website. It's a single page. That's it. It's a single page. Now you'll notice the differences from this page that the website didn't have. There's not any choices, right? They have one choice. You either opt in or you don't. That's it. They either want your product or they don't. They can't get confused. There's no information overload. Here's the problem that we want to solve of yours. This is what we have. Do you want in or not? They give you their email and they instantly become a lead. A follow-up lead and someone that you could sell to in the future, a returning customer. And everyone knows that fortune is in the follow-up. Fortune is in that returning customer. You're building relationships. Now, how you achieve this is you have a simple solution with your big headline. You could be offering something for free. Hey, it's free. Come here. Come on in. Get this discount, this free coupon. Get them to come to your store. I'm going to give you a free cup of coffee. I'm going to give you a free soda. Okay, I'm going to give you free fries with your burger, whatever. Give them something. You're not losing money because you're gaining a returning customer. Trust me on this. Now, I mean, obviously you have the next step, more motivation on what can happen. You can give text. You can make it as complicated or as simple as possible, not too complicated. You can even throw in social media because people love social media influence. So you can have social proof, people who have liked your business and commented on Facebook. You can put that post on this page too if you want. Look what other people are saying, and that helps for people to opt in. And therefore you get greater lead generation. You get more people opting in. And obviously if you get higher opt-in rates, you're going to get higher conversion rates, especially if you keep testing and doing the sales funnels the way that you're supposed to. Nextly, you're taken to an awesome sales page, right? Once they opt in, I mean, you've got that caption page. You've already got their interest. They don't give their email address if they're not interested. They're interested. So now you get to go all in, right? This is it, man. This is when you give your sales pitch, and you don't overwhelm them with multiple products because that's just confusing. You sell them one product. You give them one huge discount. Hey, thank you so much for coming to our store. I'm going to give you a one-time deal if you sign up for this membership, right? Like it's a coffee shop. We've got this one membership. You can have unlimited coffee. Unlimited coffee right now for our Gold Members program. That means that you never swipe your debit card at our store. You just bring your Gold card in, and it only costs, I don't know, what's a good price for that? $47 a month, right? I mean, obviously, how many times are people going to come in for a free cup of coffee, right? Once a day at the most, 30 cups of coffee. I don't know. Do the math. You'll have to adjust the prices. It's your business. But you can offer something like that, and you can have a great little sales pitch right here, right? And then you can have social proof of people that are doing it. Look, everyone's loving it, and all the stuff all the people that are engaging with you, and you can keep updating it. And by the way, did I mention that this whole system is automated? I'm going to reiterate on that later. You can even put urgency, right? Like for a limited time. Once you leave this page, it's not going to be available again. Okay, this is a one-time offer. People don't get this walking through our store. This is a one-time offer, and that urgency, like, it drives people nuts, right? Um, Showing quality, showing people with social proof, just having stuff like that. You can put anything you want on this page. You can have a good sales pitch video. There's so much more. Now, obviously, again, the choice is very simple. They're either going to opt in or they're not. There's no confusion here, okay? There's no links on anything else they can go to. Obviously, you can put your social media links there and they can follow you on social media, and that's just another good thing, because if they're following you on social media, they're just going to come back and buy again later. So, but for the all intents and purposes, they can either buy or not, right? So if they buy, in which a lot of people will, it's a little known fact that once a person buys, they're most likely to buy something else. And this is known. I mean, this is public knowledge. That's why there are treats by the register at the grocery store. All right? That's why McDonald's was asking if you wanted fries with that. It's a little known fact that you're already there. You might as well offer to sell something else. So you can be taking advantage of this, and your website does it on an automated system for you. This is the salesman making that pitch for you. You just build it, you set it up, and you let everybody, and everybody comes through the same sequence. All right? Thank you so much for buying that last product. Here's another product. And since I used Coffee Shop in that last product, I use Coffee Shop a lot. I don't know why. I think it's probably because I love coffee. But so let's say in this sequence, this packaging one, this coffee shop is going to offer you their logo, a t-shirt. Hey, act now. We've got a couple of these t-shirts. It costs you $5 to get the t-shirt made, so you sell it for $20, right? Normally at your store it's marked for $20, and you can put that here. Normally it's for $20 at our store, but today we're going to sell it to you for $10. And I realize that sounds like, wow, that's a huge cut. That's a 50% discount. But what you have to realize that everything now is on the back end, so it's 100% profit. So you're making $5 profit on anything that you sell, because it didn't cost you in ad dollars. It didn't cost you in basically anything. It cost you $5 for the shirt. You made $5 selling it. So you don't have to do that, but that's just something to think about, because anything on the back end is profit. It's pure profit. And like I said, little known fact, people are more likely to buy. And guess what? This is what's awesome about the sales funnel, is that you get to keep selling to them. Because buyers, when they're in a buyer mode, they tend to just keep grabbing stuff and putting it in the cart, right? That's just, we all do it, especially if we're in a buying mode, whatever your business is. They bought your t-shirt. How about a personalized coffee mug? Yeah, we do that too. Blah, blah, blah. Here's another offer. We'll put your name on this coffee mug or whatever your business is. Wow, I get my name and it's for this price. Now here's the trick, because you can actually put a more expensive item here, and people may not be likely to buy a more expensive item, right? Like if they just paid $10 for a t-shirt, offering them something for $100 may not make sense here, but guess what? It also could make sense. And if they say no thanks, I don't need this right now, that's okay. Because then you offer them a downsell. Okay, they didn't take the $100 product. So you offer them something similar to what you just offered them for $100 for a lot less money. And they're highly likely to take this offer as opposed to the $100 one. This increases conversions, and I think I mentioned it in my slide that I just passed by 40% on back-end sales. It's insane how much this process goes. And you'll find this out once you sign up to the software, and you can try the software. It's a 14-day free trial. There's 2 of them that have 14-day free trials that I recommend. And you'll find that all out on the next page when you click, or if you decide to click on the link below. So this can increase, by the way, the downsell increases up to 20%. This is just it's an amazing concept that everyone could be using for all their businesses, and it's been proven. Like, you see all these companies, you can go to the Facebook page and join the groups of all these sales funnels and people that are using the sales funnels, and see the success that all of these companies are having with this. And that's why I'm endorsing. That's why I push the software so much. I mean, there's you can do this with a whole bunch of different types of software, but there's two that I recommend specifically for sales funnels and email funnels because it gets you the best results. And I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't put my company name, Virtuous Industries. I would not put that on the line. I would not sacrifice my reputation on a product that wasn't good. So that's just a little fact right there. So lastly, you're taken to a thank you page, right? And this is what I try to tell a lot of people because, and I even have a little course that I give on the whole concept on how you can go further into depth on how to use this stuff. And right here, this is where most people end. And I don't like ending a sales funnel. I like to think of as a sales funnel as being perpetual, as continuously moving. So anybody that comes through your sales funnel, they come back in again, and it's just they're being recycled through it. So I never, like, as you can see, check out our official website. Because you want them to go back to your website, you want them to engage with you on social media. Yes, you're going to follow up with them on the through the email sequences and stuff like that. But right here, like let's say you have a different product that you're selling, a different sales funnel, that could be your call to action here, and you can send them through another sales funnel. It's just people that are buying from you and they love your stuff. They keep coming back. And they have no problem spending money with you because that's your brand, that's your business. Like I said, I like to keep all of my sales funnels. I like to keep them going by having everybody come back through. Yeah, that's everything for this. That's everything for this video. I hope you gained some knowledge from it. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. And it answers a lot of the questions because I think a lot of people don't understand what Virtuous Industries is all about. Now, there's also other things like Google ads and Facebook ads that make all of this stuff work better for your company. There's a whole system to marketing, and I'm trying to make it easier for your business because I think that small business, local business is the backbone to this country. And I think that the more entrepreneurs we can get out there making this stuff happen, the better shape this country's going to be in. So I want to do my part. I am myself an entrepreneur, and I want to help other entrepreneurs. That's just how it works. So do me a favor, click the link below. Do the 14-day free trial. At the very least, just do the 14-day free trial. There's actually some books that you can read. I'll even put a link for the .com Secrets book below. It's a really good book. I've read it a couple times, and a lot of this information that I've got, I've adopted it from this book written by Russell Brunson. He's a very smart marketer. So, I mean, there you have it. Like and subscribe to me on social media and go through my funnels, engage with me. I definitely love the feedback. Join the Facebook groups, and especially Virtuous Marketing. Join that group. And until next time.